The rain has finally stopped. The last drops have faded away, leaving behind a gentle hush that settles over the world. For a moment, everything feels still, as if the earth itself is taking a deep breath. You open your front door, greeted by a wave of fresh, earthy air. The cool breeze carries with it a sense of renewal, inviting you to step outside and experience the world anew. The world seems brand new, washed clean by the downpour. Trees and grass look brighter, their colors deepened by the rain. Every leaf and blade of grass glistens, as if nature has been polished to a shine. Pavement glistens, reflecting the sun in scattered mirrors. The light dances across the wet ground, creating a mosaic of shimmering reflections that catch your eye at every turn. Puddles form tiny ponds for fallen leaves and twigs. Each one is a miniature world, holding fragments of the storm and hints of the life that thrives after the rain. The air is cooler, thick with a scent both clean and ancient. A gentle mist lingers, softening the edges of the landscape and making everything feel calm and peaceful. You inhale deeply. The smell rises from soil, leaves, and even the road. It's a fragrance that seems to come from the very heart of the earth, grounding and comforting. This is the smell after rain. Familiar, hard to describe, but instantly recognizable. It's a scent that brings memories rushing back, reminding you of childhood days spent playing outside after a storm. It's a scent that promises renewal, a quiet celebration of nature's cycle. Flowers seem to bloom brighter, and the world feels full of possibility. But what exactly are we smelling? Scientists have uncovered a fascinating story behind this aroma. It's more than just water and earth. It's a complex blend of natural chemistry at work. Let's explore the hidden chemistry that makes the world smell so good after rain, and discover why this scent has captivated us for generations. That wonderful, earthy scent that fills the air after a fresh rainfall has a name: petrichor. It's a word that captures a feeling we've all experienced, but perhaps never knew how to describe. The moment the first drops hit the ground, the world seems to pause, and that unmistakable aroma rises up, evoking memories and emotions. The term was coined in 1964 by Australian scientists Isabel Joy Baer and Richard Grenfell Thomas, who were fascinated by the mystery behind this familiar smell. They combined Greek roots petra, meaning stone, and ichor, the mythical golden fluid that flowed in the veins of the gods, to create a word as poetic as the scent itself. Petrichor, literally the blood of the stone, captures the magic and wonder of this scent, as if the earth itself is coming alive after a long wait. Baer and Thomas noticed the smell was strongest when rain hit dry earth, especially after a hot, parched spell. It's as if the land itself was releasing a long-held secret, a hidden message stored in the soil, waiting for rain to set it free. By naming it, scientists finally had a way to study, discuss, and share this phenomenon with the world, opening the door to new discoveries. Petrichor is more than a single smell. It's a complex blend of scents, a symphony of aromatic compounds released by rain. These compounds are produced by plants, soil, and even certain bacteria, all working together to create the fragrance we recognize so instantly. The term unites chemistry, biology, and poetry, reminding us that science and wonder often go hand in hand. Petrichor elevates a common experience into something profound, connecting us to the natural world in a deeply sensory way. Before 1964, it was just that smell after rain, a nameless wonder shared by people everywhere but rarely discussed. Now it's a story of earth, water, and life, a reminder of the cycles that sustain us and the beauty hidden in everyday moments. Understanding petrichor is the first step in unraveling why rain smells so good and why it stirs something deep within us. It's a gentle reminder that even the simplest experiences have deep, complex roots, both in science and in our hearts. Petrichor is nature's story, written in scent, a tale that lingers long after the last raindrop falls. One key ingredient in petrichor comes from plants, a hidden world of chemistry that most of us never notice. During dry spells, many plants secrete oily compounds onto their leaves, stems, and even into the surrounding soil. These oils are invisible to the naked eye, but they quietly coat the landscape, waiting for the right moment to be released. This isn't random, it's a survival strategy, honed over millions of years of evolution. Plants have learned to adapt to harsh, dry conditions by using chemistry as a tool. These oils act as a signal, inhibiting seed germination and telling seeds to wait for rain before sprouting. It's a way for plants to ensure their offspring only emerge when there's enough water to survive. It's chemical communication, plants pausing competition until water returns. By holding back growth, they avoid a struggle for scarce resources. Over time, these oils build up on surfaces, intensifying the scent after a long drought. The longer the dry spell, the more potent the aroma when rain finally comes. When rain finally arrives, the oils are released into the air, but they need help from the raindrops. The impact of each drop helps break up the oils, sending their molecules swirling into the atmosphere. Different plants produce different oils, so petrichor varies by region. Pine forests, meadows, deserts all have their own signature. The scent you notice after rain in a pine forest is different from the one in a grassy meadow or a sun-baked desert. Scientists have identified dozens of these plant oils, each contributing unique notes to the overall fragrance. Some are sweet, others earthy or spicy, blending together to create the complex aroma we call petrichor. When you smell post-rain freshness, you're inhaling the collective sigh of relief from the plant world, a signal that the cycle of life can begin anew. It's the scent of life on pause, now ready to grow again. Seeds awaken, roots stretch, and the landscape comes alive with possibility. This plant-derived note adds freshness and sweetness to the overall aroma, making the air feel clean and invigorating. It's nature's way of marking the end of a long, thirsty wait, a fragrant promise of renewal, growth, and the unstoppable resilience of life. The other major contributor to petrichor comes from the soil geosmin. Geosmin, meaning earth smell in Greek, is produced by soil bacteria called actinomycetes. These bacteria decompose organic matter and during dry spells, release geosmin as they form spores. Geosmin builds up in dry soil, waiting for rain to set it free. Humans are incredibly sensitive to geosmin, detecting it at just a few parts per trillion. For our ancestors, this scent signaled water and fertile land. When you smell that deep, earthy note after rain, you're connecting with ancient life in the soil. Geosmin forms the base note of petrichor, grounding the scent. Together with plant oils, it creates the beloved aroma we know. So how do these scents get from the ground into the air? The answer: raindrops. When a raindrop hits dry, porous ground, it traps tiny air bubbles that shoot upward and burst, launching microscopic aerosols. These aerosols carry plant oils and geosmin into the air. Light to moderate rain is best for this process. Heavy downpours saturate the ground too quickly. That's why petrichor is strongest at the start of a storm or during a gentle drizzle. The raindrop acts as a natural atomizer, turning Earth's scent into airborne perfume. It's a beautiful dance of physics and chemistry, releasing nature's fragrance. Our love for petrichor runs deep, likely rooted in evolution. Detecting geosmin helped our ancestors find water and fertile land. The scent of rain meant survival, renewal, and abundance. Smells are processed in the brain's emotional and memory centers, making petrichor powerfully nostalgic. For many, it recalls childhood, freedom, or the comfort of shelter during a storm. The scent also signals cleansing and a fresh start. In a chaotic world, petrichor is a sensory reset, a simple, natural pleasure. It's a gift from nature, inviting us to pause and appreciate the moment. Petrichor isn't the only scent rain brings. During thunderstorms, you might notice the sharp, clean smell of ozone, created by lightning-splitting air molecules. Ozone's pungent aroma is a dramatic prelude to the earthier petrichor. In forests, rain releases aromatic terpenes from trees, adding piney or woodsy notes. These blend with petrichor for a rich, layered fragrance. In cities, rain stirs up oils, gasoline, and chemicals from streets, creating a distinct wet pavement smell. While less beloved, it's part of the urban rain experience. Each environment adds its own notes to the rain's symphony. The process that releases petrichor also reveals the chemical signatures of our surroundings. Rain's scent is a complex, ever-changing composition. The smell of rain is a symphony, not a solo. Petrichor blends plant oil's fresh top notes with geosmin's earthy base. Ozone adds electric sharpness during storms. Forest terpenes bring warmth and depth. City streets add an industrial edge. The rain's scent changes with geography, climate, and ecosystem. Desert petrichor is mineral-rich. Rainforest petrichor is heavy with moss and decay. Each place has its own rain fingerprint. This variability makes the experience special, universal, yet unique to every location. Appreciating rain's scent connects us to the land's chemistry and character. It's a sensory way to understand the world around us. Now you know the science behind the scent of rain. Next time it rains, step outside and breathe deeply. Try to pick out the earthy geosmin, the fresh plant oils, maybe even a hint of ozone. Notice how the scent shifts from the first drops to the last. Compare the smell in a park, your backyard, or a city street. This mindful observation connects you to nature's hidden wonders. You don't need a lab, just curiosity and your senses. Let the smell of rain be an invitation to pause, breathe, and appreciate the chemistry of our planet. The world tells stories through scent. All you have to do is inhale,